who traveled from near and far to be here with us today. Thank you for being here and celebrating this beautiful union. I'm Dada, Dhirti's twin sister, which means I've had the unique privilege of being with her literally from day one. I didn't just grow up with my best friend. I entered this world with her. We did truly everything side by side, from washing our Barbie doll's hair together in the living room, to somehow using an entire bottle of lotion between the two of us as kids, to our midnight Bapri snack and long chats that used to drive mom and dad crazy. Dhirti and I have always been old souls. Case in point, we once accidentally booked ourselves on what turned out to be an all-seniors cruise to Canada. And honestly, we had the best time. Because at our core, we're homebodies. I mean, we like sleeping early, staying home, and reading a good book. And Dhirti is perfectly happy with a pint of mint chocolate chip ice cream and an episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then, out of nowhere, she joined a book club. She started training for a half marathon after making fun of my running for years. And then she was traveling, trying new foods, becoming this adventurous, cultured, fun version of herself. And I remember thinking, like, why is she suddenly doing all these interesting things? And then she told me about Luke, and everything made sense. Luke turned this woman whose most notable talent was the ability to watch an entire season of a TV show in one sitting into a world traveler. Luke didn't just fit into her life, he elevated it. He brought out this softer, calmer, more open version of Dhirti that even I hadn't fully seen before. And that's when I knew this was real. Dhirti's always been fiercely independent, middle child problems. The kind of person who doesn't need anyone, but at the same time needs a place that feels like home. A safe space where she can truly be herself. And with Luke, she found that. She found someone who didn't just match her strength, but he gave her a place to rest it. Luke, you became her home. Thank you for loving her the way you do, and bringing out the best in her, and making her as happy as she is. And please keep her just as happy as you already have, and even more. And we're so grateful to have you a part of our family. And truly, I couldn't have imagined a better person for Dhirti. Dhirti, thank you for a lifetime of memories, inside jokes, and for being someone who's always understood me without needing an explanation. I'm so proud of the woman you've become, and so happy that you found a love that feels steady and deep. Dhirti and Luke, may your life together be filled with laughter, patience, adventure, and the love that always feels like home.
I'm still distracted by the bowl cut haircut that just showed up on the projector. If everyone doesn't know, we have really cute photos of the kids over there. Well, Dhirti and Luke as kids. But hello everyone, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Maharaj, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here for this special weekend. I know speeches usually start with, for those of you who don't know me, but honestly everyone should know me at this point. I'm Dhirti's older sister, and I am responsible for her entire personality. Well, for most of it, because growing up, she wanted to be just like me. She used to copy me and dress up like me and do what I did. But she drew the line when, after anesthesiology, she went into pediatric anesthesia instead of pain medicine like me. But growing up, she truly did have a true middle child experience. Even though she was only 3 minutes older than her twin sister Dada, being the middle child meant that she was often forgotten in the attention that I got as the oldest, who had the pressure to excel, and the attention Dada got as the youngest, who was doted on. So being the middle child meant that she had to be independent. Probably because we forgot about her sometimes. Like, I'll save the stories about the time we forgot her at the Bronx Zoo, whoops. Or the time that Santa gave 2 presents for Dada accidentally until Santa realized that there was a wrong name on one of them. But truth be told, outside of her tough exterior personality, which she grew into, there is a girl who has the softest heart and the strongest love for her family and friends. And in all seriousness, I have the most wonderful relationship with my younger sister, which, by the way, only started after she turned 18, went to college, and became somewhat normal. Because before that, she was seriously annoying. And as the older sister, I spent years convinced that I was the cooler, more mature, and just generally better than her sister. But it wasn't until college that and when she was in college and I was in med school, that our relationship truly blossomed. And suddenly she wasn't just the annoying little sister that I loved by obligation, she was a person with her own spark, and that's when we truly became close. I remember in med school, knowing she was interested in medicine too, I'd carefully save notes and tips I could pass along to her, even when she drove me crazy. That protective instinct never went away and never will go away. Over time, she has really flourished, and here's what I admire the most about Dhirti. She is fiercely loyal. Anybody who knows her will say that. And to anyone who has earned her loyalty, by the way, and I say earned because her loyalty doesn't come by association. And you can ask my husband Veer that. I think it took her maybe about 6, 7, maybe 8 years until he was fully accepted by Dhirti into the family. And her loyalty comes from being authentic, compassionate, and kind. And Dhirti herself is truly all of those things. I don't call for help often because I know she's always there. But every single time I have needed her, for emotional support, for physically showing up, she shows up without hesitation. She is the person you could call and she will pick up. And I never have to think twice about her intentions or her abilities. And the truth is, she is my best friend. The person that I call for everything, the big things, the small things, when I'm walking alone, when I'm in the car. She may be my younger sister, but most days I feel like she's my older sister. And all those years she wanted to be like me, now I want to be just like her. She has wisdom beyond her years and patience that, okay, wait, no, she's definitely not patient. But she has stood by all of us through thick and thin, and that is her greatest gift, the love for her family. So Luke and the whole family, you are so blessed to have her, and we are so blessed that you are the one that she chose. So love her and care for her for the rest of her life, even when she's annoying. Love you both. Woo!